Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to another recording of Hue, H-U-E. I keep spelling it because I don't know why. We had a pretty complicated puzzle last time, and here we're seeing a very complicated puzzle and seeing lag. What's weird too is that the colors, as they fall, create this pattern. Now, the good news is that these colors just don't matter to me as far as floating platforms spewing sludge. They're not going to affect me in any way. What would happen is that either I get this orange box to the other side here, which then would disappear when we go orange, which probably won't matter too much because I don't think there's any way to get through any of this. I think this may just straight up be a red herring room. I think everything we're seeing here may not actually be a solvable puzzle, and it may just be this. The sludge didn't shut down. Kind of was expecting it to. Well, doesn't seem like it matters too much. Okay, we have a box there. Now what? We kind of know if we go down here and fall, we should be falling from the top, but that only works for boxes, it doesn't work for the player. Okay. So maybe move just to do something like this. This would let me get a blue on the other side. So yeah, unless you were supposed to do this, but you can't jump high enough from that spot. So I'm confused. Yes, you could be in light blue mode and then maybe that would help you a little. I don't know how much it would help you though. Seems like you could get orange to be about halfway through. And then that's about it. Seems like you could potentially erase everything from the platform Would that help any? Well, for lack of a better idea, I'm gonna just throw this down here and see what happens. Well, there almost should be an achievement for doing that. Okay. So we know we can do something like this. Then we would need a platform to get to this point, and then we would need some kind of box on the platform. Which would need the boxes over there. Which, if maybe the idea was that you were supposed to drop the box down the hole and then grab it in the air and pull it to the left or right, that wouldn't make any sense at all. Buying specific amounts of time probably doesn't help you any. We could do something like this, I guess. And then that would let us move the box and it would be an orange still. Then we could do something like that. And that can get us up to that point. Yes. We now have orange on this box. So then I guess maybe the move is, now that the orange box is safe, is that we're going to, from this box position, jump on the first platform. Okay. And then jump up here. And then what? Just crawl very carefully. Whoops, I just tapped A and died. Yeah, if you get the orange over here and then you turned the background to orange, that would block the two on the left. Okay. Let's see. So you kind of have to stop it in the middle first, because it has to be kind of on blue, and then can't be on purple, so it's got to be on orange. Then we push it further this way, and back to orange. This is more complicated than most of the other puzzles we've done. A few more steps, a little bit more thinking, is required. Okay. I guess that's fine since we are approaching the end. What is the deal with that? My head is hitting the roof just in the same way it would hit here. So why is there this box here that I can't do anything with? Other than maybe it's just there to stop me from sliding it all the way to the edge. Which still wouldn't really matter. Didn't change anything. If I slid it to the edge, other than maybe it would... I guess maybe it would be impossible to get on the other side of it. I have no idea though what the next step is. I have to assume, I guess what's going on here is I'm not sure if it matters what color this gets painted or not. I think the move is probably just to stop like there. And we'll just let that get colored and hope that that doesn't affect anything. That was a longer one again. I keep feeling like I should find a flask somewhere, and we're not finding it. Here we have one called Maxwell. So if this was the idea of celebrating scientists and science in this game, I don't think they really did any real celebration here. You would have mentioned these statues and these characters more. And that falls in line with some weirdness as far as just the logo. When you first launch the game, you see this kind of logo of Hugh holding one of the color pieces, and it looks like there's an angry mob carrying torches chasing after him, when in reality, now having played the game, I recognize that those characters in the background are just people you save and interact with on extremely friendly terms. There is really no angry mob or enemies to speak of. There almost certainly is a flask here, but I feel like I'm gonna either grow up or get a double jump. Or maybe I'll just find a box. That leaves one more flask to find in this area and 6 more in 2 other areas. We have this bad guy character, or this character being named Dr. Gray. I don't know if he really is supposed to be the bad guy character or not, but it might be a reference to the portrait of Dorian Gray. Let's see. Well, if you fall down this way, then what do you do? Lasers would kill you. Okay. But if it was a reference to Dorian Gray, then Dr. Gray would just be the fake name of the mother, and there would be no Dr. Gray, which kind of does make some sense. Guess if I fall down here. Seems like I could just walk here, or you can color it that way, and then the coloring maybe blocks the lasers. Okay, it's probably the right move. Okay. So doing that much gets us to this spot. Not quite right. Although maybe not too big of a deal, because I could just fall down on the edge here. And then go in yellow mode. So then, this box really can only be pointed one direction. And I feel like we need to put the box on top of the skulls. Is there any possibility of pulling that off? I mean, I guess there is. Okay. So, how that is now set up. Would be that we could get to yellow and get through to that spot, yes. But blue is impossible and purple is impossible. And that's no thanks to the cube. It's simply a matter of the colors being wrong. So which one's the right color here? Or is any of it the wrong color? Does any of it matter at all? Did I make a mistake by bringing the box up here? There's kind of nothing I can do with it anyways. So unless I need the box for something else, the box is kind of in the way. So to get past this, I need it to be purple. So how do I do this? Like, you would need it to be purple, and then you would need that like that. Okay. To get past this next one, I would need it to be blue. And to get past the next one, I would need it to be yellow. Okay. Just gonna wait until it's clear. There. Precise timing. Okay. So I can move the box to any side I would want it to be on. Probably not here. That was the guess. And weirdly, it doesn't seem like it really wants me to... Like, I can't jump. So, I actually can't move the box where I'd want it to be, which tells me probably have screwed up. Like, what is the next step here? Okay, we now have a purple box. Okay. So, I guess the question is, what would the next step be after that? Because it does feel like we would need multiple boxes. Or that the box would at least need to be in the middle. That does seem like that would be the more logical outcome. Or just nicely visually balanced. Okay. So that prevents that one laser from going by. It in no way prevents this laser from going by. So I would need like 3 more boxes. You gotta separate the colors out at least to start with. And it still crushed me even though it was disappeared. Yeah. That feels like that's the right move. That feels like that's the right move. And that feels like that's the right move. At least to start. Now we have to do it all again on the way back. We could try and speed up the process a little bit here. And there's no way to skip any of these levels. Or any of that. So the only way the box gets to be purple is if it falls downward. That. Then we can't go any further from that spot. And so the assumption there is that it's now back in its right spot. Whoops. Okay. The first move is really just to get that into the right spot. Then get that into the right spot. And then wait until the blue in the middle is passed. Then we'll go to green. Go. Okay. Well, the fact that the block is there, I guess, gets it to change colors. So maybe there's a gimmick to that idea. It can be played out further in the center here. Or maybe it's more simple than that. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe all I really need to do is this and then this. Right, so then we would have green, orange, and purple. Completely different colors at the top. And then this would just be a case where okay. The hope here would be to flick it that way and flick that way. I think that's it. So the entirety of the box really was just needed to get up, and it wasn't an overly complicated solution other than that of manipulating the colors and getting the skulls to change colors. I was definitely overthinking it. And I guess this is supposed to be a bit of a callback to the skulls, although it doesn't really make a lot of sense that the skulls would be in this university. And we're going to go a little long today, because this may just be the end of the game. There's no way you would have gotten to the end of... So this is just a world. Like... Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to get to the end of this game without all the colors being unlocked. E equals MC squared. And atoms and the golden ratio, just very simplistic science stuff. So that would be all of the flasks for the university. And while the puzzles in the university have been difficult, they weren't so incredibly difficult that I would really say I wouldn't want to play the rest of the world to collect the rest of the flasks. Okay. Got a lot of stuff going on here. I think we probably are at a spot where whoops. Yeah, we almost certainly are at a spot where it makes sense to end this episode. And I said maybe 2, even 3 episodes ago I thought we would be done, and for all I know this is the last puzzle in the main story, but we know that there is some cleanup work to do to try and collect all the flasks after this, and that's going to take at least an episode in itself. So in an effort to keep episode links consistent, once again, that's going to be it for this one. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Thanks for watching.